Archaludon is a brand new evolution of Duraludon with a signature move in Electro Shot, which is basically an electric meteor beam, but it can be instantly fired off in the rain and might be a very powerful foe coming into the new format in Regulation F. We're going to be trying out on the casual stadium ladder and see how well it can perform. This team is an idea of two fusions from Paul Reese's LAIC team that featured the Sinistra, the Iron Hands, and the Xianpao, and then the combination of Sempra and Luca Lucario's top 8 and top 16 Worlds team with the Pelipper, Choice Scarf or Shifu, Xianpao Iron Hands with a Steel type, which was originally Golden Go, but I'm trying out Archaludon because I think it could be a very powerful sweeper. The idea of the team is for rain mode, where we have the Pelipper and Urshifu, which is really great, but we also have a Trick Room mode, which can benefit especially because if you do want to try to outspeed the Choice Scarf or Urshifu, setting up Tailwind, but then it might fall into a trap of the Sinistra Trick Room. And Sinistra is supporting the Archaludon with its Ghost typing. The Rage Powder supports the Hospitality and Life Dew, really helping out the Archaludon. The Pelipper setting up the Rain, which is important for Urshifu's damage output, but also the Archaludon's Electro Shot, and pretty good coverage and Wide Guard as well to help out Archaludon's weaknesses in like Earthquake and taking very powerful spread moves. Overall, you have many different modes with this team. You have the rain mode with the Pelipper, Urshifu, and Archaludon, especially under that Tailwind. You have the Fake Out Iron Hand support that can help with that Tailwind mode, Urshifu or Archaludon to enable it for heavy damage without taking too much damage in one turn. You have Sinistra's Trick Room, and you also have the Xianpao for the Sucker Punch priority, but also can pair it up with Urshifu, so you don't need rain as well to just power up the Urshifu. You have a secondary mode to boost. One note I do want to make about this team is that I ended up changing the Pelipper last minute because I didn't realize I had 2 Focus Ashes, so I had a Citrus Berry Pelipper because I didn't have a bulky Pelipper in game, and I'm rushing to record this before I leave for San Antonio, so I had to switch up the items. But overall, I would make this a bulkier Pelipper. But if you do want to check out the details of the team that I'm currently using, they'll be in the description down below. All right, an Archaludon Mirror, Archaludon Pelipper, the Amoonguss, Iron Hands, Golden Go Tornadus. Okay, how do I want to perform against this? This is actually going to be a little bit weird here. Archaludon Mirror is not what I would have expected. All right, so Iron Hands is really good against them. They don't have really good answers to Iron Hands specifically other than Amoonguss, but I do have to Terra Grass on Iron Hands. But I do have to watch out because if I do Terra Grass with Iron Hands, I'm vulnerable to the Hurricane, and I'm vulnerable to Make It Rain and Bleak and Storm, doing a lot of damage to my own Iron Hands. So not exactly sure if I want to bring Urshifu. Urshifu doesn't really accomplish too much. I'd probably say no. I don't think it's really that great here. I do like Xianpao. Xianpao's not too bad. Like, it's just because I can hit the Tornadus, I can hit the Pelipper, I can hit the Amoonguss, which is nice. I really do like the idea of potentially just going with the... And I want to go to rain mode, but the thing is, it's against Golden Go, it's a little bit awkward. I think I am going to do Xianpao Iron Hands, I think is like pretty decent. And then I'm going to have Sinistra and Archaludon in the back. I want to try it out. I really do. I think Trick Room is going to be better than like Tailwind in this specific matchup, just because Pelipper, it's like an okay mod. I can Wide Guard to cover for the Bleak Wind Storm. The problem is with not bringing Pelipper, the electric move from the Duraludon doesn't get insta'd, so I wonder if they're going to bring Pelipper or not. But they do actually leave Pelipper Iron Hands, which is actually pretty good for me. Okay, so I do leave Xianpao plus my own Iron Hands, which is pretty good. Now, I don't know if we're going to see any fake outs, like if they're going to fake out my Xianpao or not. I kind of just want to go for a fake out into their Iron Hands, and... Or do I? Just because if they fake out the Xianpao, it's a little bit awkward. I don't know if they fake out my own Iron Hands, though. They could definitely fake out my own Iron Hands. So I got to figure this out cautiously. I think I want to just fake out the Pelipper. I'm going to fake out the Pelipper, and I'm just going to go for an Ice Spinner into their... I think Iron Hands. Let's try it out. They're going to switch out the Pelipper. Good play on their start here. Okay, we're going to see Archaludon come out. All right. Which is fine. They fake out my Xianpao, which is not too bad of a trade here. So I do lose my Sash. I can get it back with Matcha Gotcha if I really need to, so it's not like that bad of a trade. Stamina. Okay. We're going to Drain Punch here, and we're going to protect our Xianpao stamina was not what I was expecting. Okay. Getting that defense increase for the... Alright, is it body press? We're protecting our Xianpao. Archaludon could protect, which is okay here. It's not like that bad. They go for body press and the Iron Hands immediately, which is okay. I'm able to tank it pretty well. They drain punch my Xianpao, fantastic. So I am able to get a drain punch back into their Archaludon. Alright, so I do get some recovery back with the sort of... Wow, that did nothing. I know it's +1 and I know it has a really high defense, but that's still crazy to me. Okay. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Sinistra because I do have the... Oh, this is going to be a bit awkward, but I do need to preserve Iron Hands. I'm going for the Sacred Sword into the Archaludon, but also I do have a backup because the Sinistra does offer the Hospitality, which should get me my Focus Sash back, which is the main idea of making this play here. So we are able to go for that Hospitality. No Protect. We are able to get the Sacred Sword. Doesn't KO the Archaludon, but still pretty good damage across the bat. Another defense increase as we're going to see body press. They go for the Xianpao smart. Let's see if it was a double up here or not, which I think it's fine if it's a double up for me. Oh, they went for drain punch into the Sinistra. Excellent. Okay. So I'm going to go for a Matcha Gotcha here and get some chip into both. And I think I'm just going to protect Xianpao. I don't really see a reason to go on the offensive here with Xianpao, so I'd rather just protect. Matcha Gotcha probably doesn't knock out Duraludon, or Archaludon, but I do want to scout for what they want to click here. Gonna be Flash Cannon. I should be able to tank that just fine. Yep. Hey, I do get the Matcha Gotcha. I'm also fishing for some burn chances in the Iron Hands, which is also pretty good. Getting some chip in the Iron Hands also is just going to help my own Archaludon when it does come in on the field. So let's see here. Ooh, we get a burn on the Archaludon, which gets rid of it faster, which isn't too bad. But I don't know if I really wanted that. They go for Heavy Slam, smart play. They take the Rocky Helmet. All right. I actually wanted Archaludon not burn because I wanted to... because now they get a free switch to Pelipper, which I don't like. It's like manageable, but that's not ideal here. This is Pelipper coming in. Or Golden Go, which is an interesting play here. All right. Do I want the free switch? I could go into my own Iron Hands, I suppose. My own Iron Hands isn't too bad. And then the question is, do I want to attack the Golden Go or not? I think the answer is probably no. They haven't teared yet. I imagine this is nasty plot, so it's going to get a little bit awkward against the gold. I'm going to Ice Spinner to Iron Hands because I do need damage in the Iron Hands regardless. I'm going to go to my own Iron Hands, which is pretty safe here. Because if this is nasty plot, I don't exactly like my position. They switch out the Iron Hands. Is this helmet on the Pelipper? I'd imagine probably not. But this is still pretty good for me that I get to break a sash. Oh, they go for a Terra immediately, which I am absolutely okay with. This could be Steel or Dragon. Which one is it? Dragon, okay. So did they KO the Xianpao here? Did they go for... Did they have Rocky Helmet or did they go for Make It Rain? All right, Ice Spinner going to come out. Going to tar down the Pelipper. Good damage. Make It Rain. That's actually the best case scenario I could have asked for because I get a free switch into the... Duraludon here, or Archaludon, and now not a bad situation at all. Not a bad situation at all. Also, that definitely wasn't specs, right? Yeah, that damage was very pitiful. I'm going to Archaludon now, and now we can threaten some very, very big offensive pressure. All right, so I'm faster than Modest. I'm not faster than Timid. I guess we'll find out what speed stat they are. But I am going to fake out the Golden Go, and I am going to Electro Shot the Pelipper. They're going to retreat the Golden Go. This is Iron Hands. I don't know if they protect, though, with their Pelipper, which is the big one. Okay, they protect. Do I still get the +1 because I don't fire off the move yet, right? Because I still get it like Meteor Beam, I believe, because it's rain. The Electro Shot, I get the special attack and then it gets fired off. This is the first time I'm actually using the move in game. Yeah, I still get it. Okay. Which is pretty big. A +1 is pretty ideal. All right. Also, that's Damp Rock Pelipper. Yeah. All right. I did kind of notice it the last turn, but that is still pretty solid here for me. Okay. Gotta be a little bit cautious here. This is probably fake out into one of my slots. I like the idea of just going for a wall charge and a Pelipper, I think. And I like going for the Draco Meteor into the Iron Hands. Should pick up a knockout. They go for a fake out. They target the Archaludon. Is this Tailwind? Yeah, they go for Tailwind. I guess this is still okay. I'm pretty sure that I can win this endgame as long as I position it right. The Pelipper goes down here. Okay. Golden Go comes out. I think I'm still all right, but definitely not exactly the most ideal endgame spot. I'm gonna go for a Drain Punch into Golden Go or Iron Hands. I think it's Drain Punch into Golden Go because I want to limit, because if it, I can't really let a Nasty Plot for free. The problem is they have Nasty Plots for free right now because they, I guess they can't because the Shadow Ball, I guess because Draco Meteor would still do a lot. So they Shadow Ball Drain Punch double up here. Okay, that's perfect actually. Okay. It did Drain Punch. Excellent. Okay. That's really, really good for me as I am able to go for a Drain Punch into Golden Go. Should do some pretty good damage. Yeah. Decently bulky. I should probably focus down the Iron Hands a little bit more. Rain stops. Perfect timing. Oh, it's not Leftovers Golden Go. That changes the matchup a lot, actually. Because I can Drain Punch the Golden Go. I'm going hard Sinistra. There's no way that was specs, right? I feel like Mega Rain should have done more to my Iron Hands if that was the case. But I'm switching out to Archaludon because I think it could be an endgame win con here. I'll bring out the Sinistra. Get that Hospitality on the Iron Hands, which is also pretty nice as a backup. Shadow Ball is going to pick up the knockout into my Sinistra, but I was fine with stacking Sinistra because, again, I think my endgame is going to be with Archaludon specifically. As long as, like, I still out this Tailwind, I think I'm okay because the Golden Go hasn't had any opportunity to set up a Nasty Plot or anything. Wait, what? Okay, that Drain Punch was laggy. I was like, wait, what did they do? I was like, they targeted their own goal, but the Golden Go was Terrored, so it didn't make sense to me. Get a free Drain Punch into Golden Go. Really nice damage overall. Don't be Citrus Berry, please. Okay. Bring out the Archaludon. I do have Terra Fairy in this situation, which I guess is going to help me. So I just want to take the knockout of Golden Go and just protect. Because even if they protect Golden Go, the Tailwind's expired, so it's not like too bad. Then it could be like a weird Iron Hands 1v1, but I still think that's okay. They didn't protect it, looks like. It looks like they're doubling up the Iron Hands, but Iron Hands should live. Yeah. Even if they double crit, thankfully. As they go for a Drain Punch, okay. How much does Heavy Slam do? They've recovered quite a bit of damage, but I am going to Terra Fairy my Archaludon because that's what specifically was here for. Maybe I should go for the electric move here? Because Heavy Slam's not doing any damage, right? And I think with my high physical defense, I should be able to tank Drain Punch with Wall Charge with ease. Yeah, so I'm going to go for a Drain Punch here in the Iron Hands. I'm going to go for the Electro Shot, I guess, into the Iron Hands. Get that +1 here. And then afterward, I think all I have to do is connect the Draco Meteor. So Terra Fairy specifically for the fighting type coverage. Let's see if we'll have enough firepower in the end game. Because there are still things that could go absolutely wrong. Although it looks like I will live a crit Drain Punch with my own Iron Hands at least. Get that +1 like it's Meteor Beam, but unfortunately we're not in the rain. Drain Punch is going to come out. Does absolutely nothing because we do resist it now. Perfect. And that gave me the opportunity to get some more damage into them. Get this free Drain Punch off. And if they want to recover the HP, they have to Drain Punch my Iron Hands. But that's giving my Archaludon free turns to just, you know, boost up here. And then hopefully just hit one Draco Meteor and clean up the game. Electro Shot. We actually see the animation. That actually did a good amount of damage. But that is +1 Life Orb, I suppose. Heavy Slam. No way this KOs. Wow, it KO'd. I thought Archaludon would be pretty heavy. So I thought we would be able to be like, okay, but I guess Iron Hands is just that tanky, but we should be good enough here. We actually did way more damage than I expected. I guess we should just Draco Meteored because it guaranteed a win, but because maybe we don't if they crit Drain Punch and get the recovery back. But then again, they just have to keep critting multiple times. They heavy slam my Iron Hands for some reason. I don't know what that was about, but goodbye Iron Hands. All right. First time Archaludon coming out onto the field. It was a freaking mirror. Cool set. The stamina set was not something I was expecting here. That is a pretty interesting one. I wonder if it was Assault Vest. But yeah, I think Rain plus Archaludon is pretty sick, especially if we could set up. Unfortunately, we didn't get like sweep setup KO potential, but we could have been in an okay position. Even if I tear it earlier, like I could have got a Draco Meteor knockout, potentially double up knockout, and then potentially solo the Golden Go in the end, because I could have on the Pelipper. But the problem is Pelipper Hurricane was probably doing a lot to Archaludon that I did think it was worth it. Iron Bundle, Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Heartflame, or Shifu Tornadus Farigiraf. Okay, so some pretty interesting Pokemon. We have the... I wonder if it's Scarf or Shifu? I don't know. I don't think it'd be Scarf or Shifu. It'd be Darker Shifu. Farigiraf's interesting here for sure. I want to make sure that I have answers to Fluttermane. Fluttermane's a big threat. Fluttermane is absolutely a big threat. So the common lead I would probably go in general would be Iron Hand Xianpao, I think. Iron Hand Xianpao seems pretty solid here. I do kind of like it a lot. And then I think in the back, Sinistra plus Archaludon, because I like the Trigger mode a bit better. Urshifu's okay. I could have went for like an endgame Urshifu plan, but I don't know, because I expect Bundle to be brought against a Rain team. I don't know if to bring Farigiraf. They could be bringing Farigiraf here in this case. We'll find out. I'm okay if they bring Farigiraf, because I feel like my plan is still pretty solid against them, but let's see. Gonna be the Farigiraf or Shifu lead. Okay. Darker Shifu, all right. Which probably makes this a lot easier for me. I'm just gonna go for a KO with Close Combat and Wicked Blow. Close Combat Psychic and Iron Hands. They might. I think my play is just a Drain Punch to Shifu and go out in a Sinistra. I can go for Sinistra, I guess, for the Iron Hands too, which isn't a bad play. I kind of like going hard into Sinistra because I don't want to risk the Close Combat here into Psychic, picking up the knockout into my Iron Hands. I wonder if Helping Hand Close Combat would knock out with the Sword of Ruin. So I just feel like I just play risk adversive here. I don't think they're going to ever go for Wicked Blow and a Xianpao, but if they do, Rocky Helmet, Drain Punch afterwards, so it's not like too bad. They did go for Close Combat. They went for the Xianpao, so that's even better for me, as they went for a Dazzling Gleam, so they were trying to get a Xianpao immediately, but that is perfect. Let's see if they are Sash or not. Drain Punch into the... Shifu doesn't pick up a knockout, but I'd imagine it's a Scarf. Maybe it's not. Doesn't have to be. They would Wicked Blow here if anything. Do I need the Xianpao? Not really, but the problem is if they are a Scarf, I guess this is all right. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch here into the Urshifu, and I'm actually going to go for Machi... Do I want to go for Machigacha? I'm trying to think about like what the options are. I think I'd rather just Drain Punch the Farigiraf and Machigacha here, because if they Wicked Blow to Sinistra, their Urshifu goes down, which is to Rocky Helmet, I believe, so that's fine. We also confirm it's not Scarf. I think that's a pretty decent trade here. But we are going to see the Urshifu retreat. I think this might be Imprison or Trick Room, Reverse Trick Room. And it looks like it is probably Scarf. So Ogerpon comes in, which is fine. All right. So this is a pretty good scenario for me, as I am able to go for a Machigacha, get some recovery off into the Farigiraf, get some chip damage, which is pretty valuable here. So that's pretty solid overall. It should be Scarf or Shifu, so good thing to confirm. We're gonna see, yep, Imprison. So Imprison or Reverse Trick Room is what I expected here, and it definitely did pay off here. We do go for the Drain Punch into the Farigiraf, so we get some pretty valuable chip. It is Citrus Berry, so it's not even the... Okay. I'm just gonna go power of Ogerpon is actually insane. Because it could just nuke my Iron Hands potentially here. I think I want to always Drain Punch to Ogerpon, and I think I always want to get a Trick Room off. Or not Trick Room, a Rage Powder. I think that's correct. Ooh, okay. So they didn't Terra. I thought they were going to Terra, Helping Hand, go for the KO on Iron Hands. Because I felt like if they get rid of Iron Hands, it's like a really good position for them. I'm okay with this. Because I was expecting Sinistra to go down anyway. But I guess they get some free damage with the Farigiraf. Probably a Size Shock. I don't know why the animations are taking so long today. But alright. Okay. I do get a Drain Punch into Ogerpon. Pretty good damage. But I don't think that's Sacred Sword range, unfortunately. I'm going hard in the Duraludon. Ooh, this is not looking too great. Okay, no, but I am still going Duraludon. No, I still have fine plays here. Okay. Duraludon coming in. I'm going for a Drain Punch again into the Ogerpon. I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor knockout, I think, into Farigiraf, because Flash Cannon is not going to KO at that range. And I kind of need to get rid of the Farigiraf so I can actually KO the, what's it called? So I can make sure I Sucker Punch in the late game. They're going to go for a Terra here. It's fine. Where are they KOing? I guess that's a big question here. I hope it's the Iron Hands, because I feel like they want to get rid of Iron Hands and then try to set up for an end game with the Urshifu. But we'll see. Maybe Cudgel. No Helping Hands at all. They do target the Iron Hands, so... Wait, this actually works out for me. Unless they crit me. I was about to say, doesn't that work out for me? Because I just get the KO on a Farigiraf, then I get the Drain Punch into the Ogerpon? I guess it doesn't in that case. I am able to knock out the Farigiraf at least. Alright. You know, it could have been better. It could have been better. I think I just got a free Drain Punch because I don't think I go down to that +1 because there's no Sword of Ruin. Like, that was probably, like, I was probably surviving the red, I think. Maybe the yellow, but Thorn comes out, which is fine. We're bringing out Xianpao. All right, we do threaten the Sucker Punch. I will go for the Sucker Punch here, and I want to go for the Electro Shot here in the Torn. Is that ever to play? I think it is. No, I can't actually. No, I have to Flash Cannon. Actually, can I just Ice Spinner the Torn? It might be Rocky Helmet, but I think I'd still be able to win in the end game. Yeah, I'd still be able to win the end game. I'm going to Ice Spinner, and I'm going to go for a Draco Meteor into the Ogerpon, because they could Spiky Shield. This could be Tailwind here to avoid the Sucker Punch. A Sunny Day instead, huh? Okay. A Spinner? Are you Rocky Helmet? One of you had to be Rocky Helmet, right? Horn goes down. Is it not Rocky Helmet? Oh, no Rocky Helmet's huge. I get to keep Focus Sash, and now Duraludon should be able to win. Or not Duraludon, Archaludon. I'm so used to saying Duraludon. But Urshifu is coming in. Perfect. I think this endgame's a wrap, because I'm pretty sure I can Sucker Punch KO the Ogerpon. I don't think it lives at that range. I go for the Terra Fairy. And I go for Flash Cannon into the Urshifu. Like, Ogerpon can do whatever it wants. Because of the stalwart ability that I have with my current situation, I'm able to avoid the Follow Me, if they have Follow Me on their Ogerpon. So I always hit the Urshifu here. I always survive an attack because I have the Terra Fairy on the deck here with my Archaludon. If they attack with Ogerpon, they just go down to Sucker Punch. And Urshifu cannot KO my Xianpao in one hit or my Archaludon right now. So Sucker Punch comes out, KOs the Ogerpon. And there is like one endgame scenario case, I guess, that could come out from my opponent here. Let's see if it is the case, but they need one specific. Oh, and it was Rock Slide if it was the case. It needed to be Scarf Rock Slide, but if it's just Sucker Punch, yeah, that's not going to work. Flash Cannon going to come out into the Urshifu, pick up that knockout, and that is going to be a good game. Oh, feels good, man. Feels good. Okay. A little bit of a rocky start. I think the I think like getting the damage, I think it was probably Choice Scarf. I mean, Choice Scarf sucker though. I wonder if they thought I was going to sucker the Urshifu, but even then, I'm still surprised they suckered. Because I don't think I KO'd the Urshifu with sucker. And like, so I felt like they would just attack with the Urshifu regardless. But maybe they thought I was just going to attack, unless they weren't Scarf. Maybe they weren't Scarf, and they just want to preserve their Urshifu for the end game. But I really thought they were Scarf if they were switching out immediately. All right, we have the Indeedee, Hatterene, King Gambit, Ursaluna, Cresselia, and the Torkoal. Kind of like our matchup here. I do have the Archaludon, which is good against Indeedee, Hatterene, hopefully, because Terra does change things. Because I can Flash Cannon KO the Hatterene. Cresselia and the Ursaluna are still going to be a bit problematic, though. We do have Sinistcha, though, which is actually still a pretty good mon here. I do have the way to get rid of terrain. I don't think getting rid of terrain is that big of a deal realistically. I mean, I could definitely pay for saying that, but I feel like I have pretty good options with Sinistcha, Archaludon, Iron Hands, and Pelipper. I think it's really solid. I'm going to try out the Iron Hands plus the Archaludon combination, and then in the back have Sinistcha and the Pelipper. Let's see how well this is going to perform. It could go poorly. It could go absolutely poorly because I don't expect him to lead into the Hatterene. I really don't, but who knows? We'll find out together. I do have ways to reverse Trick Room. I have ways to control the weather, and I have healing options, so I don't feel like I have the worst possibility. We're gonna see Cresselia and Hatterene, which is fine for me. Okay, because I do lead Iron Hands plus the Archaludon. And I can go for a Flash Cannon immediately, I suppose, and just go for a Fake Out into the Iron Hands. Dazzling Gleam's not going to pick up a knockout. They could switch out into the Indeedee if they have it, but it looks like, okay, I get a free Fake Out, a free Flash Cannon off. Goodbye, Hatterene. Yeah, they just gave me Hatterene for no reason. Okay, I'll take it. Or maybe they didn't have Protect and they didn't want to waste their Terra, because it is a pretty big commitment to Terra in that case, which makes sense. Okay, so that's a really great trade-off right there. We're going to see Torkoal come in. All right. I like the idea of just going for a Draco Meteor into the Torkoal and probably hard swap here. Or do I want to go hard Sinistcha? No, I want to go hard Pelipper. Go hard Pelipper makes a lot of sense to me because the Archaludon's in a pretty good offensive position for the most part. Get that range set up with the Pelipper. And let's see if they protect or not. Ally Switch is smart too. Okay. So that's fine. I'm glad I went... okay, Missy is actually... I was about to say, I had Stalwart, so this could have been a great position, but unfortunately, not going to be the case here. And yeah, Ally Switch, they didn't know about the Stalwart mechanic. I am going to go for a Draco Meteor and a Torkoal, I guess, again. And I am going to hard swap back into... I'm going to go Sinistcha this time because I do get the benefit here of the the hospitality. So we are going to go Sinistcha here and heal back our Archaludon. Let's see if they switch out Torkoal to reset weather, or are they just going to go Protector on the offense. Torkoal is going to switch out. This could be King Gambit, but I think that's okay. It is King Gambit. That's fine. I am able to get Draco Meteor off into the King Gambit. That's some pretty good damage. Okay. Although they do have Lunar Blessing Cresselia, so gotta watch out a little bit for it. Kind of wish... No, I think I'm fine with no Terra Fairy here. I think my best play here is just to swap out into Iron Hands for the Archaludon, and I'm just going to Terra now, and I'm going to go for a Machagacha now. They don't have terrain, so I can fake out the Torkoal. Still pretty good position across the board. If I hit the Draco Meteor and the Torkoal, the game was a wrap, because Iron Hands should have been able to beat this, but... Now I can go for the Terra with my... I could have Terra'd, I guess, with Archaludon, but I don't think there's a point to. Because they can just go for anything, really. But I do like the idea of just making my... I don't think the Cresselia has a Psychic move on this team. I don't. Because they have... I mean, maybe they can, but they have Hatterene. And did they have Armor Rouge? No, they didn't have Armor Rouge, but I still think it's fine. They go for Ally Switch again, which I'm surprised by because I had body... Like, I could have had Body Press and Stalwart again, but they went for Low Kick, but it's okay. I'm able to get the Gotcha off into the Cresselia. Get the burn on the King Gambit. That's exactly what we want to see. But then again, they can just Lunar Blessing heal, I guess. Did I miss the Cresselia? Oh, no, I did get the damage. I just didn't heal anything. Okay. So I'm going to go for a fake out into the Cresselia. I'm going to go for a Gotcha, I guess? Or do I want to reverse Trick Room? Actually, no, this is fine because I'm pretty sure unless they're Mint Speed Iron Hand, unless they're Mint Speed Cresselia, I should be able to always just Drain Punch the King Gambit and Life Dew pretty safely. They're going to reveal a Terra now, which is fine. Okay, so we have forced them to come out from their shell. Oh, they tear the Cresselia, actually. Terra Electric's an interesting choice here. I don't know why you would Terra Electric in this case, but all right. Ally switch? No, you went an ally switch here. They went for aggressive Sword Stance 3. They probably expected me to fake out, I guess, the Cresselia, but they couldn't really Lunar Blessing and ally switch at the same time. They could protect and I guess Lunar Blessing, but I don't think that really gets them too much. The Trick Room turns are counting down. Again, I can recover some HP, so I didn't really feel like I was having a bit of a problem. They go for the Life Dew, but yeah, I don't think we have a problem here. So we do Life Dew, and yeah, like, you have a Lunar Blessing, but I also have a Lunar Blessing. I have Life Dew here. Yeah. I guess if the Cresselia actually has an electric move, this could still be a potentially scary endgame, but Oracle coming in on the field. I'm going for an Iron Hand switch back into Pelipper again, and I'm going to actually go for a Life Dew. I think I want to do this. Actually, no. I want to Drain Punch the Cresselia and I want to go in a Pelipper this way. I have a lot of options depending on the situation, but I think I like the idea of getting... Like, the thing is, I need to break through the Cresselia. It has 8 Lunar Blessings, which I'm a little bit terrified of, and I can't really break through these Pokemon super easily until I get a free switch to Archaludon. So this is why I want to bring up Pelipper. We're actually going to see Helping Hand come out from the Torkoal into the Cresselia. All right. Are they going for a Psychic, I suppose, which is all right? No, they have Dazzling Gleam, which I kind of expected. But yeah, like, it doesn't do that much damage even with that Helping Hand. We are able to get the Citrus Berry back with our Pelipper. And like, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. So I'm just going to keep pounding away at the Cresselia. I think I'm going to... I want to swap out. There's not really any reason to swap. How many turns of Trick Room are left? Last turn of Trick Room. I mean, I do want to Drain Punch the Cresselia. I guess I just protect here because there's not really a punish. They're going to forfeit because they kind of realize, oh, I can't really do much. And yeah, they couldn't. So had a really good opening. I was just kind of surprised they didn't bring out the King Gambit like in the first hit, but I guess they were also still scared of like Iron Hands because it's still a weird position, right? Because like Fake Out's pretty obvious into your Cresselia, and then Iron Hands is vulnerable, or the King Game is still vulnerable to the Iron Hand. So no matter what, they didn't exactly have a super safe switch. I wish Stalwart Draco Meteor would have been so nice. I was waiting to react to it, but they just missed, man. But still, was able to do a lot of damage. Getting rid of the Hatterene is still pretty nice. It pressured the end game damage, I think, as long as I had the Gotcha still around. So still pretty good regardless. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, was not expecting the Rain Archaludon mirror, but being able to get rid of their Archaludon early put me in a great position with Iron Hands. It got a bit scary when they sacked their Pelipper to get Tailwind up, which I should have avoided for them to get a free switch to Golden Go under Tailwind, but I was able to stall out the Tailwind turns and had plenty of health remaining. In game 2, had a great start, but it was scary when the Ogerpon came in. While the critical hit onto my Iron Hands did matter, I was still able to position a very solid endgame with Xianpao and Archaludon. In game 3, getting rid of Hatterene turn 1 was fantastic and could have been a perfect start if Draco Meteor connected with the Torkoal because Stalwart ignores the ally switch. But with so many tools at my disposal with Sinistra and Pelipper, while they had very little damage output, I was able to find the knockouts to seal the game. Overall, I think Archaludon is very solid. I think it has a lot of potential. That Electro Shot in Rain can be really cool. And the reason I decided to go with Pelipper over Tornadus is because you have that instant access to the Rain immediately instead of having to go for Rain Dance, potentially Protect, and then Tailwind the following turn. You actually do threaten both here. If you do want to check out the details of the team that I use, they'll be in the description down below. But of course, subscribe to the channel for more Regulation F content as it continues.